Good afternoon,
Good
respected
afternoon, Dr.
faculty
Vichara.
and Dr. Puneet. We are live now. Please start the program.
Okay. Dr. Lalit,
Hanji sir. Hanji.
yes, please start.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of IAP East Delhi, I welcome you all on today's CME on pediatric obesities. As you all know, childhood obesity has emerged as one of the known most challenging health issue of our time. What was once considered a problem of developed nation is now rapidly increasing in India. As pediatricians, we are
Sir, your
witnessing
voice
its
is echoing.
consequences at alarming pace.
Voice
Early
is
onset
echoing.
type 2 diabetes, hypertension, childhood obesities, orthopedics problem, PCOD in adolescent girls, and significant psychological distress. Now, without wasting much time, I welcome Dr. Puneet Sharma to say a few words and share his experience.
Thank you, Dr. Lalit. A very happy Holi. होली की आपको सब हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं. आज छुट्टी के दिन भी इतने सारे लोग ज्वाइन करें उस सबके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आप सबको जैसे पता है 4 मार्च वर्ल्ड ओबेसिटी डे सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है, लेकिन 4 तारीख को आप कल सब लोग होली का त्योहार सेलिब्रेट करेंगे. तो आज हमने सोचा कि क्यों ना हम आज सब लोगों से कनेक्ट कर लें. एंड ये यू नो दैट ये एक दिन ऐसा है कि दिस डे एनकरेजेस प्रैक्टिकल सॉल्यूशंस टू हेल्प पीपल achieve a maintain healthy weight, undertake proper treatment, and reverse the obesity crisis. Even the modest loss can improve or prevent the health problems associated with obesity. Healthy lifestyle, diet, and physical activity plays a magnificent role in one's life. So IAP take this initiative to bring people together to understand about the cause and intervention of this silent pandemic. The theme for this year is transforming systems and healthier lives. And we have a slogan also, move towards a healthier you. So as we know, all over India, this is called as a silent pandemic. Silent pandemic of obesity is always there. Or almost interestingly, when I was going through this National Family Health Survey, this there are some states where we used to think that these are the healthy states. There the obesity of incidence is almost to the tune of 10%. You see the maximum incidence of obesity in children, almost 13 to 14%. Arunachal Pradesh, Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, Lakshadweep, Mizoram, Tripura, Sikkim, northeastern states. These are the states that are widely affected with this obesity issue. So all the children, maybe we thought that there has been, these are the groups, they must be healthy, के पहाड़ पे रहते हैं, अच्छी जगह रहते हैं, बहुत अच्छे से इसका weight maintain होगा, या लेकिन maybe there is something else also, maybe the change of traditional, they have moved away from the traditional diets and systems, and they have diet system and everything with the lifestyle changes. So this may be one of the reason. And there are states also such as Jharkhand, Dadra, Nagar Haveli, and Chandigarh, where the incidence of to the tune of less than 2%. And in Delhi, it's almost 4%. But it's not the obesity also. There is a double burden, we can say. There are cases of, we have been seeing a lot of cases of undernutrition and malnutrition. And over last decade, the cases of this obesity and this overweight, we are seeing a lot of issues. And these are very important because of the long-term effects are there, and that will affect the next generation. So we have to be very careful, and we have to spread the message across the society to address this issue. So to address this, we have organized this event. To move forward, I we have eminent panelists, speakers and panelists today. And to address the eminent endocrinologist, pediatric endocrinologist, Dr. Manpreet Sethi is there. She is the senior pediatric endocrinologist at Max Patparganj. And along with her, we have Dr. Jyoti. She is a senior dietitian. She has been almost 2 decades of experience. She has been dealing such patients. Dr. Deepa, welcome, Dr. Deepa. She is a senior gynecologist and she is chairperson of AOGD. Dr. JP Kapoor. Dr. JP Kapoor is one of the panelists. Dr. JP Kapoor is former Director Health and Family Welfare, Government of Delhi, and currently head this Kaushambi Yashoda Hospital. Dr. KK Jani, senior pediatrician, is there. Dr. Arun Potedas, he is a very senior pediatrician. So I welcome all the eminent faculty, and to add a different dimension, we have all been talking about drugs, medicines, and health, but the preventive health, the role of yoga and natural sciences cannot be done away with. And for this, we have none other than Shri Bilas Rai, sir. He is founder of Shivoham Dhyanpit Trust. So he has he's a very learned person. And as far as yogic sciences are concerned, so we will be very much benefited by his experience. I think I request Dr. Lalit to please start the session so that we can get all this thing enlightened with the talk. Dr. Lalit, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your experience. Now I welcome Dr. Ruchira ma'am, Secretary IAP Delhi, to say a few words and share her experience.
Thank you, Dr. Lalit. A very good evening to all the dignitaries who are present over here, all the friends, colleagues, and our National Treasurer IAP, Dr. Alok Bhandari sir, the Delhi IAP President, Dr. Ajay Gupta ji, and the Secretary, Dr. Dinesh Goyal ji, and the President IAP East Delhi, Dr. Puneet Sharma ji, and our esteemed panelists, the renowned pediatric endocrinologist, none other than my dear friend, Dr. Manpreet Sethi ji, the nutritionist doctor from Max Hospital, and Dr. Deepa, another very renowned gynecologist, Dr. Deepa Gupta, and all the people, all the IAPs who have joined together on the occasion of World Obesity Day. I would like to reaffirm our collective responsibility towards tackling the growing epidemic of pediatric obesity. See, earlier we used to say we all had gone through COVID pandemic, isn't it? Now, obesity is also a pandemic, but it is a silent pandemic. And that's the worst part of it, because we don't know what is happening right now, but definitely it is the consequences of pediatric obesity will come or in a tsunami way. Now, this year's theme, Changing Systems, Healthier Lives, reminds us that childhood obesity is not merely an individual issue, but a systemic challenge involving nutrition, lifestyle, environment, and policy as well. As Secretary General of Indian Academy of Pediatrics, I reiterate our unwavering commitment to strengthening awareness, promoting healthy lifestyle practices, encouraging physical activity, and supporting evidence based guidelines for early identification and management of obesity among children. I'm sure together through collaboration with parents, schools, healthcare workers, healthcare providers, and policymakers, we can ensure a healthy future for our children. Also, I would like to say that our national president, Dr. Neelam Mohan, is also taking this topic of obesity in a very passionate way. And I request all of you to kindly join us on IAP Digi app for observing the World Obesity Day, though it's on 4th, but due to Holi, we will be observing the World Obesity Day on 5th of March on IAPDG. The time will be same, somewhere around 2:30 or 3. We will share the time exactly. So I request all of you to kindly, I think it is 3. So I request all of you to kindly join us for the National World Obesity Day celebration and make it a successful one. We will be sharing some Q&As and some important posters also to all the branches, so that that can be circulated among parents, teachers, as well as the patients. Thank you very much for having me over here. And I wish all the success for this amazing panel. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Now I welcome Dr. Ajay Gupta, sir, President IAP Delhi, to say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Lalit. Good afternoon, respected Dr. Ruchira, Dr. Alok, and President IAP Delhi branch, Dr. Puneet Sharma, and Secretary Dr. Lalit, and our Secretary Dr. Dinesh. IAP East Delhi is working very hard to celebrate all the IAP days and taking the public awareness messages of IAP to all the families, because family involvement in obesity management is very important. Just tell the child that you go and play outside, he'll just go there, come back. "Aji, wahan pe koi bachcha nahi hai," and he'll come back and start watching the TV. So don't use TV to as a nanny to feed the child, because one of the major factors which is making the child obese is making them eat food in front of the screen. So, and encourage them to play outside, and also decrease the screen time. So wish you all the best for this academic activity, and I request Dr. Lalit to please take over.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Now I request Dr. Alok Bhandari, sir, to say a few words.
Well, good afternoon, friends, and our chief guest of this afternoon, Dr. Ruchira, HSG Central IAP, Dr. Ajay Gupta, who is the chief co-host, being President IAP Delhi and the pillar of IAP East Delhi also. And I'm very happy to share with you that ever since Ajay became active, the East Delhi branch has come into existence, I can say, with due apologies to seniors like Dr. JP Kapoor and others. But the ground realities remain that only. And really nice to have a distinguished panelist, Dr. Manpreet Sethi, Dr. Deepa, Dr. Jyoti. And I'm looking forward to a great session here. And as you know, sun rises from the east. So here also in IAP, the flame of knowledge always is initiated at east. East Delhi has taken so many initiatives over last 5 years or so. And this is another big leap that you are observing all the IAP days and weeks in a big way. My best wishes to IAP East Delhi, IAP Delhi for a great learning sessions ahead. Thank you, please. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now I welcome Dr. Deepa ma'am to say a few words.
Good afternoon, and I must congratulate Delhi IAP and IAP East Delhi President Dr. P.K. Sharma, Secretary Dr. Lalit Gulati, and eminent speakers Dr. Manpreet and Dr. Jyoti to really they have taken up a very good initiative. And yes, it's very true, as told by Dr. Ruchira, obesity has become as an epidemic. And childhood obesity leads to adolescent obesity. And as a gynecologist, when we deal with adolescent girls, we see this type of many health impacts on these adolescent girls because of the obesity in the childhood. that they have like reproductive and endocrine health is impacted in the form of polycystic ovarian syndromes. There is abnormal uterine bleeding, menstrual irregularities, and it can also trigger early puberty, the precocious puberty. And in the adulthood, we see a lot of fertility cases because of this obesity. And it can also lead to metabolic and physical health. It affects in the form of insulin resistance is there, pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol. We see a lot of sleep apnea in such obese adolescent girls, and joint pains also. And lots of psychological and social well-being. There's low self-esteem, depression, anxiety, and body image is there. So these obese adolescent are highly likely to become obese adult. And there's increased risk of cardiovascular disease, stroke, and in fact, they say they have more incidence of breast and endometrial carcinoma also. So the key is a healthy lifestyle, and the children learn by modeling their parents. So we as parents and our patients should really have a good take on this, and I wish you all a happy learning today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I welcome Dr. Manpreet Sethi to start the session.
Dr. Lalit, Dr. Dinesh Goyal.
No.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I just reached IAP Delhi office, and now we are together. I'm with my president, Dr. Ajay Gupta sir, and I echo with each one. I will not take much time. All have said very much. So, with my best wishes, please start the session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Dr. Lalit. I think I'll take over from here. I'll just share my screen. Just tell me if the screen is visible. Is it visible?
No, ma'am.
Just a minute.
Not yet. Yes, ma'am. Now it's visible.
It's visible. Okay, I'll just go to the slideshow. All right. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this clinical meet. I thank the IAP East Delhi office bearers for giving me this opportunity. And I think before the presentation also has started, most of the eminent chair people in this meeting over here have already introduced and touched upon a lot of facts about childhood obesity, and I will be covering most of them. I have made this presentation specifically covering only the common garden variety of exogenous obesity that we see in our clinical settings in the OPDs, because about 90% of the cases, or more than 90% of the cases of childhood obesity, are actually exogenous or lifestyle mediated. So, as Dr. Ruchira and the other speakers have said, that yes, obesity, childhood obesity has become a global epidemic. Actually, this slide I have taken is actually from one of my presentations almost 10 years ago. So this has been a problem then, it was recognized, and it is only increasing in intensity. And as Dr. Ruchira said, it is like a ticking time bomb. Right now, it is a silent epidemic, but we don't know how it's going to transform into the future as adults who are going to be probably quite morbidly sick and probably contributing lesser and lesser to the economic workforce of the, just globally. Now, part of this rise of this epidemic of global obesity probably comes from this wrong perception that a child who is thin is actually not okay, and a child who is actually chubby is supposed to be healthy. So this is one of the notions that our grandmothers and mothers and generally society in general has. However, what literature says is that in children who are less than 10, 12 years old, actually for them to see and feel the ribs is a normal thing as compared to this kind of a child. So wrong perceptions begin the wrong problem. Now, as Dr. Ruchira, Dr. Deepa said that, yes, the child who is obese as an infant, 20% of them end up becoming obese children. 40% of the obese children end up becoming obese teens. And after that, it is actually very, very difficult to lose weight. So the earlier you take action, the more likely you're going to get a result, because the problem just keeps increasing throughout the lifetime. It's like tracking of childhood obesity. 80% of the obese teens actually end up being obese adults. And again, as Dr. Puneet said, according to the latest surveys, the incidence of childhood obesity is rampant all over the country, with the maximum numbers being affected in the north. But mind you, even the east, which is supposed to be poorer, is also reporting very high numbers, and these numbers range from anywhere between 10 to 20% given the different areas. Of course, in the urban population it is more as compared to the rural population, but even in the rural areas it is catching up very fast. There was a survey which was done, and this showed that 1 in 10 obese children globally will be from India by 2030. So this is quite an alarming figure, and something needs to be done, starting at interventions from the family level to the school level to the society level, and as well as levels of policy making, which I'll be talking about later. Now, when we talk of obesity, one is a visual, appearance of the child. We know parents actually take it as if the child is very chubby or is very healthy. But nowadays we have what we call as growth charts, as well as we have accurate measurements, which we need to take, and most of the pediatricians are taking at their clinics. And it's not just the weight that helps us to define obesity. Of course, it gives us an idea, but in all globally, in most of the settings, obesity is defined on the basis of the body mass index. And according to the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, we have our own charts. As you can see over here, a chart for a girl, BMI chart. And over here, you can see we have two lines. There is an orange line and there is a red line. Now, this orange line is actually what we call as the 23rd adult equivalent, which is for overweight. That is the 23rd adult equivalent of the obesity cutoff in adults. This is the overweight range, and the 27th adult equivalent to the adults, this is the obesity range. Now, in India, this is a little different from what it is in the CDC, because in Indians, we have seen in Asian population that at the same level of BMI, we do have a lot more of visceral fat as compared to the Caucasians. So we needed to have different charts, and this is how we define. So by taking weight and height and using the formula for body mass index, we can calculate it and plot it very conveniently on these charts. And you show it to the parents, and it gives you a very good visual sort of a picture infographic for the parent, and makes a higher impact than just telling them. And then you can show them the higher the child is above the line, the more grave the situation. And as you take in steps for weight management, and as the patient starts doing well, you track the BMI on this chart and show them the progress of the child. Let's see, after these interventions, the BMI is decreasing, and this is a good thing. Or if nothing is working, then show them that it is increasing, and it's a very alarming sign. So this is how it is defined by BMI in the cases of children, usually more than 5 years to 18 years of age. We define that. In very small children who are less than 5 years, specifically less than 2 years, it is the weight for height that we use on the CDC, on the WHO charts. And a weight for height more than the 97th percentile is referred to as obese, or considered as alarming for infants and children younger than 5 years. Another good marker for obesity, specifically in the Asian population and in India, is waist circumference. Now, thanks to Dr. Khadilkar, we have a lot of standardized charts available, age-wise charts available for Indian children, boys and girls, for waist circumference. And it has been found that the waist circumference correlates much better with the visceral fat than the BMI, because even with a normal BMI of, say, 25 in an Indian adult, he or she may actually have more visceral fat. So it is the waist circumference which is a better clinical indicator. And a combination of both BMI and waist circumference actually increases the specificity and sensitivity for defining obesity. A waist circumference which is more than the 70th centile is highly correlated with metabolic syndrome in children more than 5 years of age, specifically more than 12 years of age. So it's a very easy bedside marker which we can use. And plot and then do it serially for demonstrating to the parents. Now, again, as I said, I'll be doing a very short presentation because we have a lot of interactive sessions, which are question answers, which will be followed by this. And we have another presentation also. So this is the infographic which I usually use in my clinic for my patients to explain to them what is obesity and why is this happening. I actually even use a mathematical equation saying that weight is a form of energy, and weight, which I'll be coming later in one of the slides, is that this energy, weight energy, is equal to the energy in minus the energy out. So the excess energy which is stored because of the excess energy intake and less energy expenditure is what actually transforms into excess weight and increased body fat stores. And this is the simplest way of explaining to the patients and making an effect on them. Now, the increased intake, as we know, with modernization, with more and more ultra processed foods available, with more and more development, we have placed all the wrong foods in the hands of everyone at every nook and corner of the country, of the city, everywhere. It's very easily available. It is cheap. It is marketed very, very aggressively, and it is very, very attractive to the children as well as even the adults. So there is a problem of plenty that we are facing. There is an increased energy input because of high energy caloric density foods which are available easily on the at home, in school canteens, in malls, in markets, through food delivery apps. The portions are supersized. There is more and more of eating out with both working parents, especially mother who is working. It has been seen that the incidence of obesity in families where mother is also working, the incidence is much high because of relying more on ready-made foods, ordering in, etc. Advertising of these highly colorful, attractive packages, attracting the children, increasing pocket money for the children. So all of this has led to this global epidemic of increasing more and more of the energy intake, coupled with, of course, the decreased energy expenditure. And this actually, over the last 5-6 years, especially after COVID, is a bigger factor than the energy intake in the last 5 to 7 years, because it has placed a smartphone and a handheld device in every child's hand. Now the child is eating the same or eating more, but is not expending any calories. So the equation goes, there is more energy in and less energy out. So of course there is more and more of weight gain. So use of these smartphones, iPads, TVs, computers, most of the patients are now affording, a self transport means like a mode, like a scooter or a bike or a car. So even for small distances, they will use their own vehicles. They will not walk a little bit to the bus stop. They will not walk a little bit to the stores that they need to. It's all just get out of the house, sit in the car, go to the place, get back into the car, come back. So hardly any steps. Moreover, there are very few safe areas left for children to even walk. So it's very easy to say that you should walk, but the government is not even providing safe areas like parks, like even roads. And I'm very sorry to say, but East Delhi per se, a lot of roads are actually not safe for children or even adults walking. There is increased burden of academics. There is tuitions. The child comes from school, eats his food with TV or some screen, then goes for another tuition, then comes back and relaxes again with mobile phone or a handheld device. So everything is all about sitting, and sitting. So there's very less movement, very less steps. So of course, again, more of energy which is not expended and more of energy which is gained. This is, of course, is all added up to a sedentary lifestyle. So when we look at the causes of exogenous obesity, it is very simple: energy in minus energy out. But is it really that simple? Is obesity just about being chubby or, as they say, fat? Of course not. Obesity is actually a disease. And we can classify. Now, this is a very important slide, and I've tried to sum up all the effects in one slide only. So if we look at obesity as a disease, we see that we can divide it into 3 parts. 1, obesity triggers an endocrine or an immune response because of an adiposopathy. So what is an adiposopathy? Is that the visceral fat, which is very high in cases of obese children and obese adults, acts as a source of production of inflammatory cytokines. And this is what results in a low-grade inflammation. And of course, other effects on different parts. The fat itself has other effects on different parts of the body, in which ends up as impaired glucose levels, impaired fasting glucose, dysglycemias, metabolic syndrome, hypertension, menstrual dysfunction in girls, early puberty in girls, and can lead to delayed puberty in boys, the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which is now known as the metabolic syndrome associated steatolic liver disease, dyslipidemias, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes mellitus, increased uric acid, albuminuria, gynecomastia, cholecystitis, all